Hello, thank you so much for joining me. I'm just setting up the room. I'm excited about this conversation. Repurposing content is one of my favorite things to do with AI. I find one of the best ways to use AI, or one of the best ways that I've used AI, is for repurposing content. This is huge for creators and edu creators, especially when it comes to growing your audience, building your email list, and selling your course, which was what we're all about. So, to get started, we are in open enrollment right now. Our live cohort actually starts on Monday. So, my name is Christelle, and I'm an educator like Hassan. We are fellow educators. I started teaching in Washington, D.C. back in 2007 as a special education teacher, and I did that for 10 years. I was a teacher, an educational leader, a teacher coach. I love working with other educators because my whole idea is that, or the whole idea is that I can have so much more impact on learning and what's happening, whether it's in the classroom or now it might be in these clubhouse streets or wherever. I can have so much more impact if I'm actually working with other educators. And so that's what I'm here to do. I come on Clubhouse and I teach free live classes. And I'm really here to teach creators, business owners, educators, parents how to monetize with educational content. And so that's what we call the edu creator. So there's lots of creators out here. The creator economy is a multi-billion dollar industry. People are out here making millions and millions of dollars selling digital products online, doing live events, being monetized by the social media platform they're on, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn. There are so many monetization opportunities out here for creators. Now, when we add the edu part to that, the educational side to the creator, then it just opens up a whole new world because creators who really focus on educating and providing valuable content, as I was saying, when we add the educational piece to the creator side, it just opens up so much more opportunity. And then if you're anything like me, I'm a busy mom. I am a full-time educator at this point, and I'm a full-time mama. So I'm with baby all day. I'm home here. Me, dad, and baby are together working on our business, working to care for our child and prepare for homeschooling very soon. So I'm really here to support anyone who wants to get in this creator economy, whether it's to grow your brand, grow your business, make some side income, whatever stage that you're in. I love teaching people the various strategies and techniques and methods and really systems that I have used in order to be successful and to really see results. So I'm the creator of the One Click Course Creator. If you haven't tried that tool or used it, please let me know and I would love to direct you there. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put in the chat now. If you haven't already created your first course, it's oneclickcoursecreator.com. So it's the One Click Course Creator. And I created this tool back in February because I was taking on clients. If you have not created your first one click course, please do. It's very easy to do. You just have to have the AI PRM Chrome extension downloaded, and it does need to be on your desktop or laptop. But once you have that Chrome extension downloaded, and if you don't already have that, you want to download it anyway because we're talking about AI tools for repurposing content. And let me tell you, AI PRM, that's the name of the Chrome extension, is an amazing tool. So this is the first tool that we're going to talk about here. But I have my prompt on there, the One Click Course Creator, and all you have to do is put in your learning outcome, and it's going to give you a full 6 module course with all of your lesson plans, your learning objectives, your activities, and even a project plan. So I designed this because there are so many people out there creating courses and buying courses, but only 3% of people are actually finishing their courses, which means even less are seeing results. And you know what? I had a huge epiphany and I realized it's because nobody wants to actually do the work of creating the course. Hassan, do you I don't mean to call you out, but you're a fellow educator. Do you enjoy course creation? I don't mean to lead you into that. If you do, wonderful. But I want to spend a moment because we're talking about repurposing content today. And something I've been realizing is that while people want to have a course, I find that many people don't actually want to do the work of creating the course. What do you think about that statement?
Yeah, my background is in curriculum development and curriculum design, so it is my jam. But in order to create something that is effective and correct for your audience, if you're doing it the old, quote unquote, the old fashioned way without the help of these tools, it takes time, it's labor intensive, and it is not necessarily fun. So if you can shortcut a lot of that legwork by using the appropriate tools, then it makes the process go a lot faster. So I think that's really the dividing line and why I'm so attracted to this community. And I'll just say this to close. It's not AI that will take your job. It's people that know how to use AI that will take your place in this space. And so the more of us that learn how to use these tools in order to create high quality content, we'll just get there faster and with less work. And then we'll really take the market by storm. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. And I know it is your jam. It's my jam too. And so I came into this thinking, oh, people really want to create courses. They want to learn how to create courses and they actually want to create them. And what I learned is it's definitely not everyone's jam. And even with having access to the AI tools, what I find is we love learning, we love consuming content, we love learning about these AI tools. But when it comes to actually applying the tools, applying the knowledge, that's where many of us get stuck. And so that's why I love talking about community and community design, because when we put community with our courses, then it does lead to better results and more transformation. Were you going to say something, Hassan?
Yeah, I just wanted to add there's this other niche of folks. I've been formally trained in curriculum development, but there are a lot of people who have specialized knowledge that don't quite know how to turn that specialized knowledge into a proper course. I say from time to time that there's a difference between teacher, the teacher teaching and the learner learning. And so someone who has specific knowledge can go from just being a talking head and sharing information to actually creating experiences and generating discussion through tools like yours where we can actually create a proper course and not just a monologue. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want to welcome Monique to the stage. Monique is one of our OGs. And actually, Monique is the OG of OGs because Monique is my first ever client on the internet, the first person to ever say, I'm going to join your community, I'm going to join your membership. And she's still around. So I must be doing something right for at least one person, which makes me feel good. I'm so proud of Monique. She's been going live. She has her 6 week course. I am just so happy that you're here. How are you? Do you want to say hi and introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Monique, your Healthy Mojo spiritual cheerleader, and I'm just glad to be here and putting things into action. I've been a bystander for a long time with Crystal, but she's an excellent teacher. I'm a former teacher as well, but this process has just been, I'm going to say, it's been a eye-opening experience for me and a evolving experience for me, just being in the community and learning from other like-minded people. So just want to say thank you, Crystal, and everyone in the community. The OCC community is just wonderful. Okay.
Yay. Oh my gosh. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. We need people who are actually going to do the work. And if you're having a hard time doing the work, then that's what we're here for. So we have all types of services for you, all types of support for you, because we want to see you actually complete your course and then monetize it, promote it, build your community around it. So, today we are going to be talking about different AI tools for repurposing content because we know as content creators, we need a lot of content out there if we're going to grow our audience and actually attract people to us and to our course. So, I'm excited to share these tools with you. Danielle, welcome to the stage. How are you?
I'm excited to be here, and I have to agree with Hassan. I had a minor in education, and I know that we had to do lesson plans, and I remember in college people were complaining about the fact that they had to write things down, and I think that using AI to uh, help us create courses is it's huge. It just means that education has come a long way from when we had to do everything by hand. And yeah, I'm excited to actually delve into the AIPRM. I haven't done it yet, but I will be because I actually now have gotten to after listening to some other replays here on Clubhouse, I've gotten to see how ChatGPT, how I can navigate it using a screen reader. So I'm actually excited to see what this Chrome extension is going to bring. Because yeah, with access up and then to be able to teach other people how to use it. Not only entrepreneurs really, right? How to teach them to use the AI tools so that they can use it in their brands and make things accessible. Yeah, but I'm excited to be here. Back to you, Chriselle.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited for you to be here as well. And one of the things about our programs that's so important, if you want to create a course that doesn't just sell, but is actually transformational, it's so important to think about accessibility. Of course, coming from my special education background, this is something I think about a lot, but I love having people here like Danielle and Dylan in our community that really support us and remind us not only how important accessibility is, but how much opportunity there is when we add accessibility features to our courses and our content, because this is a whole community we can be supporting and tapping into for collaboration and support. That's awesome. I always love having you here. So I want to pass the mic to you all to say hi. I'm going to start with Crystalline. Are you available to say hi and let us know if you have any course or anything that you're working on, digital content to repurpose?
Hi, this got my attention because I've actually created three multiple courses on Teachable, and they've done very well over the years. I've had hundreds of thousands of dollars was made. I created the Pink Pill for Business and the Pink Pill for College, and it was all surrounded around empowering Black women to be able to navigate in places that were unfamiliar to them. I'm a big advocate for courses. And I just want to say, in regards to people not wanting to do the work to finish the courses, it really is, it's a lot of work on the front end, but the rest is residual. Seriously, do the work on the front end, and then you wake up and you see every morning, oh, you got it at a sale, and it's one and done. So I would highly encourage you to just keep your head down, lean into it, and get it done, because that's once it's one and done. Yes, you can make little edits and improve it, but if you do a good job the first time, present a lot of value to people, you're going to sell that course, and you only have to do that really hard work on the front end. The second thing I wanted to say is the reason why I wanted to join this conversation is because I want to hear about ways in which there are ideas that you guys have or things that you're already implementing using AI in courses as well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so funny. I was heading over to your Instagram and I'm like, oh, I'm already following you. That's great. It's Really great to have you here. I love having people in the room who have been successful with course creation because I want people to know that this is absolutely a pathway that has so much potential for creators and edu-creators that do want to monetize. So it's so great to have you here. Do you currently use any AI tools to support you with your content or course creation process?
Unfortunately, ChatGPT was not invented when I created my courses. So this was all just leveraging my experience being a published author, knowing a little bit about videoing and video editing and photography and just a little bit of graphics design. It was just me doing it all. So I have not, but I definitely see the potential. I think that with all AI, yes, it can give you the broad strokes of things and give you lots of content fast, but you still have to go in and put your signature touch on it. But yeah, I haven't. So that's why I'm here.
Oh,
All
this
the way.
is very exciting. I think you're going to love this because you're already a course creator and you've demonstrated that you clearly have the grit and the determination that it takes to complete an entire course without AI. So I can only imagine where you're going to soar off to. You're already to the moon. So who knows where you're going to go when you start attaching AI to your work? Because, yes, we cannot we cannot expect AI to do the work for us. The magic, actually, we can. AI can do so much work for us, but as far as being able to monetize and promote, where the magic happens is when we add the human touch, just as Crystalline said, when we add that human touch to the AI content, that's really where the magic happens. So I did put a couple of links in the chat for you. The first link is AIPRM. If you don't take anything from this room today or you don't take any notes, this is the one thing that I'm going to ask for you to really write down and get to know and download this Chrome extension, because what it is a prompt database that integrates with ChatGPT, meaning it's going to change the face of your ChatGPT. And now your ChatGPT is going to be loaded with over 4,000 prompt templates. This is an absolute game changer when it comes to repurposing your content. And what I mean by this is so the AIPRM prompt database has, like I said, over 4,000 prompt templates. You can create articles, YouTube video scripts. The one-click course creator tool is in there. That's the tool that I created. When I posted that and published that prompt, I think there were about 200 prompts on AIPRM, and now there are over 4,000. So this is an incredible public database of prompts that people have already created, so that all you have to do is put a few words in, or you can repurpose content. So let's say you have an article that you've posted or a social media caption post that you have, you can take that and then find the YouTube script creator or find the social media content plan. There's just so many things in there, but you can copy and paste and put it inside of a new prompt and it'll give you entirely new content, but based on the same content that you put in. So the theme will be the same and it'll be related to that post that you put in, or maybe you have a transcription from an audio that you did and now you can create a completely new piece of content, which is amazing, because we know in order to be successful in this creator economy and make the money that we want to make, like Crystalline was talking about, because people are out here making millions and millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. When I first heard this, I'm like, how are people making this much money? But it is absolutely possible, especially when you automate your content, you put it on Evergreen, you go live with your course, and then you record it and you automate it so that people are just, you've got those paid advertisements out there, you're doing your live events, and you're just channeling traffic to your course on automation mode. You've already done the recording, and then you have your high ticket offers. So maybe you offer coaching or special access into your mastermind. So this is how people are taking their courses and making a ton of money with it. But so often people get stuck in the course creation phase. So that's why I love to present the tools for you that are going to take it from 2 years that it might take you to create a course all the way down to minutes. So that's no longer the difficult part. The part that presents the challenge is people really now taking that content and doing something with it, promoting it, going live, hosting the events, doing the social media content and advertising and promotion and all of that. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be sharing different tools with you that are going to make repurposing your content so much easier and faster, so that all you have to do is, let's say, do a live on Clubhouse or do a Zoom class. And now I'm going to teach you the tools that you can use to take that and split it up into a bunch of other content. So I'm really excited. And when I share AI tools with you, I only share tools that I am actually currently using, and I make sure to keep the list very short. I'm not trying to sit here and rattle off 10, 20 tools to you. I want to give you tools that you can actually use today. They're user friendly, they are cost efficient, and like I said, I'm actually using them to create content and monetize my content. So thanks again, everyone, for being here. If you do want to join on stage so that you can ask questions, please feel free to raise your hand and I'll bring you up. My name's Christelle. I'm the founder of One Click Creator, the community, and I'm the founding principal of OCC Metaversity. So we did open our Metaversity. We soft launched on July 25th. We are currently in open enrollment and our first live cohort begins on Monday. So super excited about that. If you do want to sign in for attendance, you will get credit for being here today. These are my live classes that I do here on Clubhouse. So just click the link at the top, simply put your email address in, and then if you are a new student, please make sure to check that new student box so that you get more information about joining OCC Metaversity. And then we do have our EduCreator program coming up, which I'm super excited about. And this program is intended to help you monetize your course. Okay, so it's not just about creating the course now. We want to take it out there, we want to promote it, we want to go live with it, and we want to monetize with it. So that's what we're doing. If you want to keep in touch and know when our events are, just make sure that you fill out that form at the top. And in a moment, I'll put back that new student guide as well, which will help you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open the floor back up. I'd love to hear from you all what your courses are, if you're currently using or loving any AI tools for repurposing content before I share some of the other tools that I have. So Tanya, Vashan, Kren, Cynthia, would any of you like to say hi?
Well, hello everyone. This is Chris Cynthia. The course that I'm working on is for the beginner entrepreneurs to get them to save some time and some of that green, for they will not waste their money because I know marketing can be high, costly. So what I do in my course, I will teach them all the tricks in the trade within Canva to create their social media posts and other tools that's in there. We have AI tools and so in Canva. We have the you can bulk create. We have Magic Write and other tools that you can create using your pictures. What you call it? Picture editing things. So yeah, Canva is easy. It's a drag and drop tool. Some may find it difficult. That's why I said, well, let me create something that people think is difficult, and then also to help the entrepreneurs to be able to create their content on their own until they're able to hire a social media contractor, whatever you call them, social media people, hire them to do it for them. And I'm willing to teach them so they can do it themselves to save some money. All right, this is Cynthia.
You know what, Kren, Cynthia? You just reminded me of something. Do you know what we do not talk about nearly enough, but is a total game changer? Is the Canva bulk create. Oh my goodness. Have you all tried this? I know Kren Cynthia has tried it, but has anybody else ever tried Canva's bulk create feature?
Yeah, sure. Actually, so the bulk create feature, let's see. So there are some limitations to bulk create. So it just depends. I think it's really for when you have a specific theme design. So like for instance, if you are posting, let's say like quotes on your social media and you can use the same theme, then that's where the bulk create comes in because you can do it natively right inside of Canva where you can manually input the information, or you can upload a file. But there are some limitations when you upload the file. For instance, when you upload the file, you can't include, there's certain things you just can't include when you do that. But what I would say, let's see, let me think of the best use case. Okay, so the way that I see it is that when you create and bulk create, you're going to have a template, right? And you're going to have different segments and sections where the information that is going to be unique to each template is going to go. But what you would want to do is go back and make each one of your posts unique. That's my personal opinion. By adding something different, by changing the colors of one of the ad sets that's on the that particular post. So I wouldn't say it's like completely like hands off. It's not like just a 2-click thing and you're done, but it definitely can save time. And then the idea is, in this example, is that you would use like ChatGPT or even AIPRM to be able to generate the content. So for instance, if you wanted to do motivational quotes, you could prime ChatGPT with saying, provide me motivational quotes that are around these particular subject matter, or by this that comes from these particular books. Put it in a table, put the author name, put the title of the book, whatever the case may be, or put the day of the week, and then put the actual quote. And there's a little bit of a learning curve because you have to know how to visually know, is there enough space for the content, because you want to make sure when you use bulk create that once you create it, that it's not going to be malaligned and then you have to go back and fix it. So you don't want to do that. So you want to get the idea about that. But I do think that is a great feature to use. I don't think you can bulk create all of your content, but you definitely can bulk create content that is maybe repetitive and to a theme or to some kind of brand element that you use repeatedly. So there is actually in this house somewhere down the line a training on that I did.
It
So
was
I'll
so
look for it
good.
and I can post it, but it's on using ChatGPT, using bulk create. There's actually a beginners and an advanced. I think I'm pretty sure that the advanced in here too, but there's a, and also using Metricool. And let me just tell you, like, I am using Metricool. This was introduced to me by Christelle. I absolutely, oh my gosh, Metricool has stepped up their game even more. And I'm using Metricool, not really for myself, but for a client. And it is such like a real game changer. So those three things, ChatGPT or whatever your chat box of choice. I actually like Claude a lot better. I use it a lot more than ChatGPT these days. Um, uh, Canva's AI tools, Canva is bulk create, and then using Metricool that will like completely change the game for you. And those are all things that, pretty much we talked about and built in here. So just so much value. Learned so much from Christelle and tools. So yeah, so happy to be here.
I am so glad you're here and thank you for bringing up Metricool. It's funny because sometimes it's amazing when the student will take the tool and run with it. Metricool is a tool that I've been wanting to use for a long time, and I'll be honest, I have not used it nearly as extensively as I should be. So I'm really glad, Vashon, that you brought it back up and you're using it because it is an amazing tool. And basically, what it is it will, and I know it does so much more now. I know they have the AI features in it now, so it does even more than when I was looking at it a few months ago. But I know that back then, what it will do is it will schedule the content for you, or you schedule your content, but then it will repurpose it into multiple platforms. So let's say it's an Instagram post. You can also very easily transfer it so that it's appropriate to be a Facebook post and a Twitter post and maybe even a Pinterest post. So it makes it easy for you to take your content and make it now accessible and available in multiple platforms. And then at the time, one of the coolest features that I really love about it is that it will actually show you the best time to post your content based on the platform and based on when your audience is most engaged, which is amazing. People pay big bucks. Yeah, go ahead.
So here, let me be clear. I'm not using Metricool for myself. It takes a lot of discipline. It's not really easy. But like I said, I am using it for a client, right? And literally because I have no choice because it's my job.
This is a perfect
God,
example.
it's very sad. I promised myself that I'm gonna change it, but it's difficult. You do have to put the systems in place, and you do have to. It does take some work, but we all need to get there. So we all need to get there. But yeah, but Metricool. I don't know if you've noticed, or if you'd noticed this before. I didn't notice. It used to only be a heat map, but now you can toggle it to where you actually see percentages
Oh,
of
like percentages of your audience that is
yes,
engaged at that time.
yes, Lord.
Oh
Let me
my,
tell
do you
you.
all realize how
Oh,
this is a game changer? Because then you decide, this is how you decide when to post your content.
yes, and those percentages makes a difference because sometimes, like, the colors. I can actually see like 100% engaged at 6 o'clock, whatever else, as opposed to 95%. And you might not really be able to visually see that with just the colors, but knowing that really helps you to make an authoritative decision on when you're going to place that content. And I'll tell you this, guys, and I'm going to add this really quick, just so you know. People out here just don't know. They like the things that and like so much that I've learned in Clubhouse, or so much that I've learned even in this space in particular. If you decide you want to have a business, once you learn how to do it or do it for yourself, you can do it for others inherently. Or even if you halfway do it for yourself, you can do it for others, whatever, at a much better job. I'm finding, but they don't know this stuff. But I'm not even talking about like small people out here. I'm talking about companies. I'm talking about influencers. I'm talking about celebrities. Like, you will be shocked. They're like, I promise you, I kid you not. When having this conversation on a current project I'm working on, this is no small person, right? And with several businesses and all kinds of stuff. Wait a minute, you mean you can schedule your social media content? That's a real conversation. There's just and I will be looking at, because this is like for a book project, a book launch, and I will share it really quickly. There's a lot of content. I know you've talked about it too in here, Christelle, but I really love using video. I've been using that a lot lately just to break up that content. That's been really helpful, especially if there's like a lot of content out there, and just being able to grab it and throw it in there. It's just really been very helpful. Like I said, I am working on a project that's involves a book, so I've been using PDF.ai. Don't tell nobody. Let me scan the room really quick, make sure I don't have no enemies in here. Okay. So here's a real story. I was like, oh my gosh, you have so much thoughtful insight on this chapter in a book. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I just grabbed it out of PDF.ai. I asked PDF.ai some questions to help me summarize, to understand. And then I threw it in ChatGPT and I said, listen, give me the most insightful quotes, help me understand, tell me about the controversy, and then give me a content strategy for that. Not that I'm not going to read it, guys. I just didn't have time at the moment. So I'm just saying, yeah, like these, and you don't have to learn every tool. That's one thing I love that Christelle had some leadership and authority on early on, because we came into this space where it was just chat gpt, and then all of a sudden it was like all these tools, and we were like, listen to tool, and you need to learn, and this is like when I'm in rooms and tool rooms, like I teach and instruct on solutions, like complete solutions. It's cool that a tool can do this, but a tool normally can't do it by themselves. So what is the complete solution to get the result? And that's what you need to focus on. So if you have a problem in your business, you have a problem in your course creation, your product, whatever you're doing, what is the complete solution? Learn those family of 3 or 4 tools, master them, and then go on and move on to the next tool solution. So I'm excited to be here because I'm looking and want to learn more about more tools that people are using for repurposing. So be sure to drop it in the chat. Also, this is a good time to say this is an amazing space. I'm like really excited to be here. So let's not be selfish. Let's spend some social digital currency and share out the room. I'm doing it right now. I'm letting the people know that I've learned so much from this community, so much from this community. I'm doing that right now. It's really simple. If you are new to Clubhouse or you are new to sharing, all you got to do is go down to the little square down at the bottom. There's a little arrow pointed up. You just hit that. You don't even have to write anything like I did. You just go click, 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 boom. And then I just want to say amazing to the action takers in this room that immediately did it. And that's Hafsa, who shared just 3 seconds ago. Obviously, I shared 14 minutes ago. Alpha shared. Let's go ahead and spend some time in this space and to share. And if you have any tools, drop them in the chat or raise your hand and come up to speak. And I'm going to throw it back on to you, Christelle.
I have a quick question before you
Yes,
go on.
please go ahead, Crystalline.
You know how you when you're working, you zone out a little bit, and but my ears perked up again when you said that there was a platform that you can see the activity of the things that you post. What was that platform that you
Okay,
mentioned?
so, oh, the platform we were talking about is Metricool, and it's in the chat. So what this does is it's a social media manager. It is amazing. It's the reason why people are able to start whole social media management businesses for other people because you can schedule content, you can repurpose content, you can even create content. But also, one of my favorite features of Metricool is that it will let you know when your particular audience is most engaged on that particular platform. So it's not just, overall, it's on Facebook when is your audience most engaged, and it'll actually give you a percentage. So at 6 p.m., 98% of your audience is engaged versus 12 p.m. when 30% is. And so then you can obviously make informed decisions about when to post your content.
Now, they do this before or after you post your first thing. So you post something and then it analyzes what you
No,
post, or
I
does
think
it
it
kind
just analyzes based on you connecting your social media accounts. So you don't even have to post anything before it already knows because it's just connecting to the analytics on your account.
wow, that's great. Thank you so much for repeating that.
You're
So I've
very
got
welcome.
PDF,
Yeah.
AI, and metrocool.com. Okay, this has been a very valuable room so far. Let me share it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and there's another tool that I'll go ahead and hop into real quick while we're on the topic. So repurposing is an amazing strategy to spread your content out there. Take the content that you're creating, chop it up into smaller bits. People love micro learning and micro content. So, another tool that I want to share with you that is really powerful is, and Vashan mentioned this, I love it. I actually use it. It's called Video AI. I did a recording earlier, and do you know how many times I sucked my teeth? And unfortunately, these AI tools do not remove teeth sucking sounds. They'll remove filler words, but let me go ahead and tell you a little bit more about video AI because this is incredible. So, as an educator, one of the things that you'll hear me talk a lot about is the importance and effectiveness of going live. Okay, so you can take your one click course creator tool. That's the tool that I created to give you an entire course in just minutes. I know that sounds unbelievable, but it is true. It is enough to get started. So you can create an entire video course just by teaching off of each module. So the one click course creator, these are the first tools that we talked about in here. But you can put in any learning outcome, learn how to do anything, and it's going to give you a 6 module course. Now, the strategy that I teach my students for monetizing their course is going live with it. So, what you can do, again, it's 6 modules. So, each module can be a content plan for you. So, what I like to do when I'm doing a course live is I go live with each module. So, each module can have a 1 hour, an hour and a half long masterclass or webinar, or you can do workshops related to that module. This is where video AI comes in, and it's really incredible. So, what you can do, let's say you go live on Zoom. So, this is what I do. I'm going to share this whole method with you. I go live on Zoom, and sometimes I'll even open, actually, a lot of times I will open a clubhouse room and then like usher people into Zoom. Do open up a room as like a green room or intro room. So you go live on Zoom, you invite people to your webinar, your workshop, your live event. And then what I do is I stream, I set it up so that I'm live streaming Zoom to YouTube automatically. And then this is where video AI comes in, okay? Because you can take that YouTube live stream, and sometimes my live stream is an hour and a half. I have some that are already up to 2 hours or that go up to 2 hours. And here's the thing, nobody is trying to watch all that. I shouldn't say nobody because I've actually had people come and they're like, I watched the 2 hour replay. And I'm like, wow, that is amazing. But here's the thing, most people do not want to sit down and listen to that much content at one time. So I love tools that allow us to not just repurpose content, but to chop it up. So what video AI does is you just take that YouTube link and it uses AI to strategically chop up your video, not just randomly, but it actually I think that the way these tools work is that it's transcribing it and then it's looking at the transcription to come up with an intelligent way to break up the transcript, if that makes sense. And it'll break up your long form video into two different types of clips. So one type, the clips are really short, like maybe 1 to 3 minutes, which is great for social media posts, reels, YouTube shorts, things like that. But then also they do what are called, I believe they call it chapters, and these are a little bit longer. So these are anywhere from 7 to 12 minutes. But either way, you can take that long form video content from when you go live and teach your course and then break it down into smaller chunks. This is amazing. I love it so much. It's very easy to then edit the videos. There are captions in there because, like I said, they do transcribe it. So, yeah, this is incredible. One thing we talk about a lot in here is how to monetize, how to make money. And Vashan said this earlier. You all, most people do not know about these tools. You could have an entire workshop just teaching. Go learn video AI. It'll take you just a few minutes. It's very easy to use. Once you learn how to use this tool, you can host paid workshops, paid masterclasses, paid live events where in an hour you teach people how to take their long form content and chop it up into smaller chapters, smaller micro content. You find influencers like Crystalline, right? Because someone like Crystalline's going to have a ton of content out there. And now you are able to monetize, whether it's because people pay for your live event or whether it's because now they want to be a part of your membership community because they want to keep getting this goodness from you, or it's because they sign up for your done for you service where you do it for them. You can now have an entire done for you service where you take people's long form content and you do it for them. A lot of people aren't even interested in learning the tool. They actually just want somebody to use the tool for them. So there's so many different options and ways here that you can monetize with this technology, with your knowledge, with your course. So it's really exciting and I'm loving this room.
Hi, thank you so much. First, I wanted to say a massive thank you for having me. I have learned an awful lot today, and yeah, you've really put me on, so thank you so much. So, I've actually got a question, and it's a bit of a loaded question. It's slightly off topic, but it still is. Yes. Okay. So basically, I've set up a newsletter earlier in the year, and this is just off the back of people telling me, "Oh yeah, oh like you have all this wealth of knowledge." And I was like, okay, dope. It'd be great to just put that into a newsletter, just blast out to people. So it's just a sort of curation of things I find interesting or just things I've learned. So it could be things like new music, it could be things like grants, it could be things like just things I think might be helpful to people. And I've set that up on what's it called? On the Substack. Yeah, set up on Substack, right? And my issue is I haven't done it in a while, and I'm trying to pick it up again. And for me, I'm just really concerned about growth and just how to get it across to as many people as possible. And I was someone suggested to me that it would be great for me to explore the idea of doing threads on Twitter. So the first question is there a tool similar to video? I think called it Video AI that basically lets me repurpose my newsletter and kind of convert that into sort of a threads for Twitter that I can like share. That is one. And two, I'm wondering if there's also some sort of AI setup that lets me, or that kind of just shows me like trending topics in like pop culture and just other types of news I can also use as a basis to curate topics for my newsletter as well. And then my last question is, I'm also just curious as to what, if anyone runs a newsletter, I'm curious as to what platform people use, because I'm now torn between Substack and Beehive, and there's a lot of pros and cons for both sides, but I'm just stuck in the middle. But yeah, any help would be very grateful.
Awesome. I did put repurpose IO in the chat. I think that'll answer your first question. I have not used this a ton, so I'm sure that it has upgraded a lot since I was using it back in. This was one of the first AI tools I was using, but this is a pretty popular tool to repurpose content similar to what you were saying. So I would definitely try that out. As far as newsletters go, I'm so glad that you brought that up because this is one of those things that creators really need to have, especially edu creators, because this is a wonderful way to grow your audience, grow your email list, and serve your email list with awesome content. I was on Substack. Vashon knows I got kicked off of Substack, not sure why. So my content was completely taken down and removed. So while Substack is really wonderful in many ways, I have a hard time recommending it anymore because I would hate for what happened to me to happen to other people. But in my research of other newsletters, I did come across Beehive, which is the other one that you said, and I really like it a lot. I have not started using it, but it is one that I know has been used and it comes highly recommended, and I really like what I've learned about it. Did anybody else want to respond to Yemi or add anything to that?
I know one that's popular is Constant Contact, and they have a bunch of different, I guess, templates that you can use for a lot of different industries. I just recommended them. They have a, a vehicle in their platform for nonprofits and churches to do fundraisers and that kind of newsletter. And I find that they have a lot of different offerings as far as the templates and the services that may help in what you're trying to do. So definitely take a look and see if it'll work for you.
So it really depends on what you're trying to do with your email list. There are people who use their email list obviously to make sales. There are people who are, like you said, sharing ideas, et cetera, et cetera. And it also depends on how many people you already have. If you are trying to grow your audience, then pick a place that's really public. Do your stuff on Medium and then have people redirected to your website so that you can collect their emails, or write in threads and direct people back to your website so that you can collect the emails. Using these other platforms in order to build your own list is a lot easier than trying to build your list for yourself. And there are no shortage of ways to build your list and platforms with which to do it, including whatever it is that you're hosting your website on. So if you're using Squarespace or using Wix or whatever, they all have email marketing in the back end. Genuinely do not recommend that people start either spending the money or spending the time to learn the major things like automations and triggers and all of that stuff, which is really what a lot of these platforms are built for. They're built for people with audiences who need to do segmenting, etc. Leverage other people's platforms as much as you can. There's a guy, Paul Jarvis. And Paul's way of collecting emails by using Medium is freaking brilliant. He uses his email to give you the short form, and all long form goes on to Medium. And if he has something that's on Medium, he gives you the synopsis in his email and then writes the long form on Medium. And so he's bouncing people back and forth between the two platforms in order to build an audience and also to collect emails, etc. That may or may not answer that question and some other questions that you didn't have. Two, there are two things that I highly recommend for the conversation before in terms of the use of AI and AI platforms and all of that. Number one is AppSumo. AppSumo is where people go in order to promote their early stage technologies. And you can get a lifetime access to any kind of thing for $49. For example, they have SendFox, which is their email service. It's $49 for the rest of your freaking life. Not $49 a year, just $49. Thank you very much. Take my money. They have tons of AI stuff that's coming out. And the best part of it is that you have 60 days to decide whether or not you want to keep the thing. So you test out the thing, you decide you love it, you keep it. You don't love it, on day 59, you tell them you hate it and you want your money back. And they're like, cool, they don't ask any questions. That's one way for you to get any number of new technologies, et cetera. They also have a YouTube channel, and if you're on their email list, they will bombard you with the newest things on their list for the day. Number two, unless somebody else wants to speak, and then I can always come back with number two. Go ahead, Kim.
So I've been listening. Thank you so much for hosting this room. I'm new to AI. Now, what I've learned is I build websites. And it was about a month ago, I seen AI while I was building a website. And I just so happened to click it, but I didn't realize how they have built in AI to the point that you can let it write the content for your website on your website. And I've been showing different people how to do it. And I think it's a cool feature. And I heard you mention it. You can actually make it a longer paragraph, a shorter paragraph. They have it where you can change the language and the feel of what you're writing as far as the content. It can be informative, it can be motivational, they have it nostalgic, playful. There's so many different ranges of using AI and having it work within your business in so many different capacities. So I just wanted to drop that in. That's one of the tools that I like to use when I'm using AI, and I'm just learning so much. So thank you so much for hosting this room. I'm just writing my notes as you go through each one. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you've joined us and you shared that. You just reminded me of a really amazing tool that I wasn't even going to bring up today because we do talk about a good number of tools. We do like to go deep with the tools rather than use a bunch of them on a superficial level. But even with that, I don't necessarily always mention my favorites. But you were talking about website creation and website building. So I had to change the link at the top and just make sure that everyone has access to one of my favorite ever AI tools. It will build an entire website for you literally in minutes. People don't believe me. Use it from your phone. You can use it for free. It's called Gamma AI. God bless Fashawn. She's the one that introduced this to us. This is why it's so fun to learn about these tools in community. So many of these tools I've learned from other people in the community that are already using them and have already experienced them and gotten success with them. This tool is amazing. You all can use it right now on your phone. Click the link at the top, click the button that says Gamma AI. It's going to take you directly to their website. You don't have to put in your credit card info. You don't have to put in your email. It takes you to the juice and the goodness right away. And when it comes to repurposing content, this tool is incredible. You can literally take a piece of content, throw it in the prompt. So it gives you, I think it's about 300 characters. You get an AI prompt, so make sure you're using the AI part. You can create a website, you can create a presentation literally in minutes just with the prompt. So this is a great way to repurpose, and it will give you a beautiful website. I love it so much. Go ahead, Vashan.
I just wanted to stop before anybody signed up. You get 200 free credits when you go through a partner link. If you go directly to Gamma, you're not going to get those credits. And I just want to add, yes, I love this tool. I've used it for so many reasons. I use it for PDF presentations too, as well. They show up beautifully, like on LinkedIn, like a click through. It makes like a great slideshow. Right now, I have a process that I'm putting in place for a client, and I'm using it as their like instructions, like their instructions for them to just follow through. It's really simple. I just use the AI tool. I put everything that I needed in there, and I put that I want it to be a longer presentation, so there's more cards and more decks. When they're edited, you can go in there and edit your theme. You can put your branded colors in there. You can use your own images. You can use images from Unsplash. It's just so much that you can do with Gamma. Like, it is really amazing to be able to present information quickly, and it does such a great job of understanding what you want. I'm like shocked. Oh my god, I didn't even know I wanted that. Thank you. So yeah, so great tool.
But let me tell you something about Gamma AI. I even had a web designer the other day say, "Oh my goodness, he said, I'm going to use this with my clients because one of the most difficult things sometimes with clients is just getting the ideas out and getting the design out. And so with Gamma AI, you can actually get the entire design for your website. It's just incredible. It is incredible. Do you know what I did the other day? I took the entire one click course creator output, all 6 modules. Talk about repurposing. I copy and pasted that into Gamma and just created a whole website for my course. It's wild what it can do. I really love it. So, yeah, please make sure that you try that one. Again, you can try it on your phone now while you're in the room. So, while people are doing that and making what this woman the other day was like, I made 6 websites in 15 minutes. Go ahead, Tanya, passing to you.
So this is to answer Yemi's other question, which ultimately answers pretty much all content questions. Yemi had asked how you figure out what the trending topics are to write about, et cetera, et cetera. And so there are a bunch of really easy analog ways to do it, like analog online. So on monologue, I don't know. So Answer the Public is always a great source of. So Answer the Public will give you a number of answers for free, and then you have to upgrade. So what you do is you clear your browser and you go back again. No big deal. TubeBuddy, super underutilized outside of YouTube, but if you look at TubeBuddy at any of the topics that you're interested in, it will tell you what the keywords are that people are looking for that get you to it. It'll tell you how many where people go afterwards. So you know, like maybe your content needs to be a little bit deeper because after this video, they go and they figure out the how now that they know the what, et cetera, et cetera. So you can get all of your content just by looking at how people's pattern of watching on YouTube goes. And anything that shows trending topics as a general rule, Facebook, I believe, I don't use it, but Facebook has something that says trending topics at the top of your newsfeed or something like that, or maybe it did when I used it 5 years ago. X used to have one before it became X. What is going on? If you go to your news page for any of the browsers that you use, they all have trending topics. You can go to the bottom and you can change it according to your location or whatever. And number 2, Poe, which is my baby daddy in AI form. I love Poe because it's a platform that brings all of the chat GPT type things into one place so you can hop from one to another and use certain kinds of capabilities for one another. But their native app is, so when you just go in and you don't choose anything else, what's called Assistant, it actually is. It does yell at me sometimes. It stops talking to me because I get sassy with it. But if you're not sassy with it and you just put in something like, what are the top subjects? What are people talking about in August in terms of newsletters? It'll give you the information people are talking about, blah, blah, blah. All right. And remember, because these things are aggregators, they are not true information providers. You have to use it, you have to use a little bit of critical thinking to be like, are people really talking about strawberry ice cream across the world, or is that just a thing? But it is literally, what should I write about? What are people asking about? Any of those kinds of questions are really useful to put into the GPTs. I write about XYZ. What would be the most popular, what would be a great article for me to write on Medium about this thing? Where are there niche holes in this particular section of people that I could fill? What questions are being asked, etc. That was my number two.
Oh, I love you. I love when you come on the mic. Go ahead, Yemi.
I just wanted to say, Tanya, you are absolutely legendary. Thank you so much.
Ask a question. We were talking earlier about repurpose.io and utilizing content on YouTube on other platforms. I have enough content on other platforms, but not enough on YouTube. So, can you use it in reverse? Can I take links from Instagram and input them in there and repurpose those videos and use them on YouTube
For
or other
that one, I would
platforms?
say repurpose IO would be where you want to do that. For sure. Because I also talked about video AI, but that one is for YouTube links. So what I would say for that is just if you, let's say you have a video or something, just download it, or even just an audio, you can download it and put it into YouTube. And that's how I would go around that. But yeah, repurpose IO is great for that. And then video AI if you do have the YouTube link. That's a great question.
A lot of times, a lot of the videos I can't download because they were remixes with other people that have the controls kind of thing. So sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So I just wanted to know how I would be able to utilize those on other platforms in that case. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay. Two things. One, Sean, if you were in a thing and you didn't sign anything that said that you couldn't do it, you are absolutely welcome to use your own likeness from other people's videos, et cetera, et cetera. Your likeness belongs to you up until you sign it away. So,
Yes, they just won't let you download it when you go to the part of the video or the reel or short, and you hit, I think it's share. It usually gives you the option to download the video if you choose. But in this case, with these particular videos where they have hit the controls and said no to that, it only gives you the option to share it. So I would need to utilize the link in a repurpose IO to get control of the video so that I could download what I need and use it on other platforms. But that certainly gives me the way to do it. So thank you for that.
yeah, and there's Story Saver and things like that that you can just use from your phone. Same thing as you said. You just take the URL and it will download it for you. There's
Story
also for people
Saver,
who really,
never heard of that one. Good.
it's an app.
Thank you.
It's specifically for Instagram and it literally does what it says on the box. And the other thing is, there is nothing in the world like a good Zoom or Loom screencast. So if you need to pull video off of something where you can't right click it, and that's right, I'm a PC person, I'll say it, where you can't right click it and just get the download from it. And that brings me to the last embarrassing thing, which is there is an AI video clipper built in to PC. That's right. I said it, and
Ooh.
I'm a little bit not embarrassed about it. Clipchamp is an AI video editing software. And it will clip your long form content into shorter form content if you're speaking English. Because as I found out yesterday, I only had one video and I wasn't speaking English and it clipped it into a bunch of nonsense. I'm still cute, but I was talking nonsense. But it does what Christelle had said earlier, that she thinks that they are transcribing first and finding the best places to put things in. That is absolutely what I think is happening with this. So as long as you speak clearly and as you move forward with making video, give yourself a beat or a breath as you change subjects. That way it's a lot easier for these AIs to find their place in your chapter, in your thoughts, in your etc. From the person who is not taking a beat to talk, but has been doing video, live stream video for 7 years and repurposing it. That is my do as I say, not as I do-ness for today. Thank you very much for coming to my hypocrisy talk.
Did you all know that Loom has AI now? Oh my goodness. I love Loom's new AI features. Loom is amazing. It's free. It's a screen recording tool, but it's so much more than that. Your audience can engage with you. It automatically transcribes. It'll take out your filler words, like I was talking about earlier. It will really do so much for you. And these are all the free features. You can have your own workspace. It is wonderful for educators, especially if you're creating tutorial content, which is important, showing people how to do something. Now, Loom has AI. I don't know all of the AI features that it does, so I'll just tell you about the ones that I've seen. The way that I see AI working in Loom is once you're done recording your video, it automatically titles your video for you. It automatically creates a video description for you. And then this is my favorite one. Are y'all ready? It will break your video up into chapters. Chapters. I love this because chapters are amazing. Students love chapters. When I go to YouTube University, I'm looking for videos that have chapters. People want to skip right to the knowledge and information that they want, and Loom does this for you. It breaks it up into chapters automatically, and then it titles the chapters for you. And it's accurate, y'all. I have not changed it. It's so good. So I definitely recommend. I know that's not necessarily for repurposing content, but look, we're in here talking about great tools, so I had to mention that Loom now has AI. And again, all of this is free. By sharing two more tools with you, these are the two tools that I currently have my Ava. So those are AI trained virtual assistants. So these are the tools that they are using to repurpose my Clubhouse audio. So this is amazing. If you all have a podcast, if you're coming here and doing rooms live on Clubhouse, which I recommend because then you can download the audio. Anytime you're in this upper left-hand corner seat and you have the replays on, you can download your audio. And this is a two-step process. The first tool is called Descript. This is a really amazing tool. So you download your audio from wherever it is, whether it's your podcast. So Descript, what it will do is you can upload your audio content and Descript will use AI to transcribe it. And the transcription is really good. From there, you can use AI to remove the filler words. And here's the game changer about it. You can edit your audio content from the transcription. Does that make sense? If anybody here has ever edited audio before, you know it can be very tedious. It
Yeah.
took 2 hours one time just to take out my filler words. I'm like, why do I use so many filler words? The the amazing thing is that it'll take that out for you. You don't even have to do that. But then what I do, so I have these rooms, right? So it's very easy. Let's say I wanted to clip every time Tanya spoke or every time Vashan spoke. It's very easy because all I have to do is just go through and find their section of the transcript, which is much easier to do reading than listening. And then, just like you would if it was a Word document or any sort of document, to clip that audio piece. Let's say I wanted to create an audio of Tanya. All I'd have to do is just highlight that section of the transcript and create an entire separate clip from that transcript. This tool is so amazing. So that's the first step. Okay, so the first step is to use Descript, download your audio, upload it into Descript so that you can get it transcribed and edit it, make it nice and clean, get whatever clips you want out for repurposing your content. It's great for user generated content. Now, once you've got this and your script is nice, you take that script, you copy the script, and you put it into the second tool, which is up above my head, and it's called Pictory. I love this tool. This tool is a video creation tool. It creates high quality videos. So if you're someone like me that doesn't always like to have their face in videos, it is a wonderful tool to create faceless videos. It is also a tool that you can take your audio from these rooms and you take the script from the audio and put it into Pictory, and it will create awesome video for you. It'll also sync up your voice, your audio with the captions and the transcription. Very easy to edit. This is an amazing tool. It's one of my favorites. If you click the link above and you scroll down, you're going to see 3 videos there. These videos are examples of videos that I made using this entire process. So these are live audio clips from Clubhouse rooms that I edited with Descript and then took that script once the script was edited and plopped it into Pictory, uploaded the audio content, and created these videos with that. I absolutely love these 2 tools. I use them all the time. Again, I have the Avas trained on how to take this content. So after I do rooms, this is the ultimate repurpose. I download these audios and I send it to them and I say, hey, go ahead and edit this, or I want you to take these clips and I want you to make these YouTube videos. Absolutely incredible tool. What do you all think?
So I'm excited. And here's why. Being blind, right? Like, I've always been afraid to be on video just because I don't know if I'm looking at the camera correctly, right? And I am excited because now I can do voice memos or go live on Clubhouse, and I have an AI tool that is able to actually create my video content for me, and I don't have to stress about it. I'm excited because I had stopped doing voice because I used to do like voice memos and put them on LinkedIn, right? But I quit doing it because I got tired of editing and taking out all my filler words, like you just said, Christelle. So, yeah, this is going to help me a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Go ahead, Crystalline.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm already on. Oh my gosh, what is it? The video AI, and it broke up one of my like most popular videos for TikTok. I'm just you don't even understand. Like you guys, 34 people in here right now. The amount of value that this woman has and the people on the stage have given in this brief period of time, like it's worth it $1,000. If I went to a convention and they told me these things, I would feel like I got the value if I spent that money. That's how good it is. So I want to say thank you so much for doing this by giving this value. You guys, like seriously, this is amazing value for somebody who is doing courses, who's doing content creation, and have a bank of videos that I was dreading have to figure out how to repurpose and edit on Final Cut. I was just dreading it. this has been amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Crystal.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. And thank you for saying that. And the last thing that I want to share with you all, I created this micro course using the one click course creator tool and Pictory. And I'm really excited about this because this is a project that I've been wanting to do for a while and I finally got it done. This is one of the things that I'll be teaching the paid edu creators how to do in this program. And so if you click the link above, you'll see that it's a micro playlist. It's on YouTube. It's total about 18 minutes and it'll take you through the entire journey of why having a free course lead magnet is so powerful, all of the benefits of it. But really, what I want you to see here is what's possible for your course. Sometimes people think that to have a course, it's got to be this long, drawn out thing, and it's just not true. People are overtaking long courses that take forever with long videos. What we talk about here in OCC is creating micro learning content. So, this is an example for you. This is a micro playlist, right? It's about 3 minutes each video, all 6 modules from the one click course creator tool. And then I just use Pictory to make the video. So, this is a completely faceless micro course all about creating your free course lead magnet. So this is just one of the strategies and tools that we use as paid edu creators to monetize our course. The free course lead magnet is so powerful. It's how I've been able to make over $30,000 just here on Clubhouse with free content. I know that might sound counterintuitive to lots of people, which is why most people aren't doing this, but it's actually giving away high value free content that leads to monetization. Because again, most people are not doing that. Most people are stingy with their high value content. But when you give it away for free and abundantly, and you know what content to give away for free and abundantly, then you will grow your audience, you will grow your email list, and you will have people waiting like I do today. I'm getting back channels right now. Can you send me that link for the 30% off? This is how it works. I don't have to sell, I don't have to push. You offer your content, you offer value, and then when you have your course, people will come to you to sign up. And this is what I love about it because I'm not salesy, I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. And yes, I want to be a paid educator, but I don't want to have to sell things. I don't want to have to convince people. That's not my style. And I certainly am not trying to pressure anyone. So this micro course above is totally free. And it's all about the benefit and value, of course, of having a free course lead magnet. Again, I use the one click course creator tool to make it along with Pictory. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's been a wonderful lead magnet for me so far. So I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you all for joining me in this room today because as a teacher, we need students. So I always say I really appreciate when you all come to class. All right, you all take care.